Oh yes, didn't record the entire thing when I did this the first time, so here we go again. I'm here to talk about today my experience as a new furry in the fandom. And I haven't been here very long, not even a month actually, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, I've been doing my best to interact with people, and I've just been joining Discords and stuff, so here we go, my take on everything so far. One of the first big things I've learned from the fandom, actually, is you really have to put yourself out there. And it was a really hard step for me to do that, because I have social anxiety. So it scared me to reach out to people, and it scared me to join these big Discords, in Telegram chats, all that stuff, go on VR chat even, and join a furry world. I actually still haven't done that. I've been here recording videos this whole time. But the solution I found that actually worked for me when I came back to do that was I just went into those big servers and asked people to private message me. That was it. Some people PM me, and that's how I started talking to them. It felt less overwhelming. I didn't have to keep up with like a bunch of energy from all the other people in the chats and stuff. It was just more personal feeling. For me, that's how I make friends. I have to talk to you one-on-one and get to actually know you. Otherwise, group chats are just going to continue to overwhelm me. They always have and they always will. And that's okay. But when you do reach out to some people like that, you're going to seem a bit like a weirdo. There's no getting around it. I mean, you're just popping into a big group chat with people and being like, hey, I'm new here and I want people to PM me. Like, you sound a little like a bot maybe or something. I don't know. But there are some people who will reach out. And if you have trouble reaching out first like that, this is definitely a helpful solution. And I didn't get any, like, weird freaky people going, oh fuck, bot, ban that. Nope, didn't happen. So it's a good method. I recommend it. And not everyone you message though is going to become your friend. That's another thing. I don't mean they're gonna hate you. I don't mean they're gonna be like freaks or anything, messaging you unwanted NSFW or something. That's not what I'm talking about. You could have a really good interaction with them, but you might just not click as friends. Totally fine. You don't have to click with everyone like that. And it's going to take a while before you do start clicking people like that, most likely. Friendship is a slow thing and it takes time to build up. But that's fine, man. You really don't need to rush it. I still don't have anyone I have a really good bond with in the fandom, and I don't mind because I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. So, another thing to put yourself out there with is make art, make just fan fiction, whatever you do, whatever hobby you have that is outside the fandom. Incorporate the furry fandom into your hobby and start posting content like that. Because people are going to see that and they like art. People like art. That's just the thing with the internet. That's half the time why people are on Twitter and crap if they're not busy telling you to kill yourself or whatever on there. I don't know. I don't use Twitter enough, but just incorporate it into any of your hobbies and post stuff like that. You make rugs, great, make a furry rug. You bake, great, make a furry cake. Just whatever. People are gonna appreciate it, or they're at least gonna appreciate your effort if you're getting into a new hobby. Like, I'm an artist. I'm learning to draw furries. I'm also a photographer. I want to go to eventually like some kind of convention or meet up in real life, and I want to get some cool pictures. I love photography, and I think it'd be a really good opportunity. Furries love pictures, so. Then, for the last thought I have, it's just take a break. Like, if you get too overwhelmed, just give yourself a little bit of a break. Because I took a months-long break, like literally multiple months, and I wasn't even in the fandom that long because I got overwhelmed and it felt like too much for me. So if it felt like too much for me, I wasn't having fun. I wasn't enjoying being in the fandom. That's not a way to actually be in a fandom if you don't have a good time. So take your break, take as long as you need. It could be months, could be multiple years even. I don't care. It could be just a week. But when you come back, take it slow. Like, when I came back personally, I just started out watching some YouTube videos that kept getting recommended to me. I mean, I've always seen furries and stuff in like my Tumblr feeds, my Twitter feeds, whatever, VR chat, because I mean, come on. They own this place. So, yeah, no, take it slow. Don't go rushing into a bunch of giant Discord chats or big furry VR meetups and worlds. Don't do that. You will get overwhelmed again, and you won't have a good time probably. Again, this is just my experience though. But when I came back after taking the small break, I only joined a few small Discords. Maybe like popped into a Telegram and said, "Hey, maybe someone PM me. I'm a bit socially awkward, so." And I've been having a much better time. I eventually made a YouTube channel, and I didn't make it to like really get involved in like a bigger way. I just made it so I could look at the content and post my thoughts on it. And I've been having a lot of fun with it so far, and I haven't even had this channel for that like a week, I don't think. So, yeah, no, my biggest advice, just take it slow. I dug up some old icon art and stuff to use, and don't burn yourself out a second time. The most important part in being in a fandom is enjoying yourself. You don't even have to interact with other people in the fandom if you don't want to. If that's not something you enjoy, don't. Just keep your content private or whatever. Just look at the fandom from afar. You're still part of it. Doesn't mean you're not. Even if you don't know how to draw your first own sign, you can just keep it in your head, but you're still part of the fandom. You still got one, even if you don't have it on physical paper or anything. It's whatever. So that's really all of my advice for you today. Just take things slow, don't get overwhelmed, but also put yourself out there if you want to talk to people in the fandom. So, again, all my perspective, a lot of talk based on my experience, because I see a lot of people with a lot of experience in the fandom talking about it, and that's great. Obviously, it's helped me plenty getting involved, but I haven't seen people who haven't been here too long talking about how it feels when you're very first trying to get involved with everything. And it's not easy, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Well, I'll update on that later. Maybe when I'm actually in the fandom for a longer period of time, I can make a new video giving advice to people from after years of experience. Might be a fun continuation. But, yeah, I hope if anyone has had a similar experience to me in the fandom, this brought some comfort, or you just happy to know you're not alone in that experience, and this maybe encourages some people to try getting into the fandom if they didn't want to before because they were nervous or something. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.